playing in the reserves, and coming into the side, Adler and Fosdyke. Now, both these players have been in good form, were injured prior to last week's game and missed out, and they both came straight back in. One of the big jewels today was a clash between Jim Till, the Norwood strongman at centre half back, and Greg Phillips, who'd been shifted from centre half back to centre half forward after doing so very well in the last quarter of the game against West Adelaide at Alberton last week. Till's had a wonderful season for Norwood. He's been probably their most consistent player over a long period of time, and I think a lot of the people went to Norwood today expecting a great clash between two of the strong men of South Australian football. Phillips and Greg Turnbull, of course, Turnbull the acting captain. Philip Gallagher played brilliantly in the reserves today, and there's a very good chance that he'll be back in the Norwood side next Saturday. 17,667, as I said, a very big crowd.
Yes, he wasn't pushed, and it's good to see that a free kick wasn't given. The ball in again. Button comes in from centre half forward. Russell Johnson almost grabbed the ball. Nagel again, kicks around his body. Ferry's got it. Oh, that was a floater, and Ferry's going to play it on. He's searching for Neville Roberts. Neville Roberts getting under it. He's got it. Oh, Robertson was loose. As soon as Ferring got it, Neville Roberts took off to get into a better position. Robertson should have anticipated it. The kick from Ferring was spot on, and Roberts took the mark. The angle is evident. The Channel 7 camera's right behind Neville Roberts. He is a professional goal kicker. Straight through the middle. The first score on the board. The first goal. Norwood 1-1. Port yet to score. Couldn't take the mark. Giles comes away for Port Adelaide. A long high kick to centre half forward. Good mark. Oh, he outmarked Phillips on that occasion, in front of Robertson. Roberts has got it now. Now, Button's put his hand up at centre half forward, but Roberts is going to run it to full forward. Andrew Race is outnumbered. Oh, the umpire's going to play a mark to Hughes. I don't know that he had too much of it. Port Adelaide had the run of the ball anyway through Bradley. Hughes will go short. I don't know who he was looking for. Not a good kick. Roberts has got it again. The kick is to Ferring. Ferring will swing the ball around. Doesn't get any distance at all. Turnbull ridden into the ground, and Turnbull will take the free kick. That wasn't a good tackle from Williams. Turnbull is also a player that rarely misses from set shots. Acting captain Greg Turnbull, of course. Philip Gallagher stepped down from that position with that nagging injury. Turnbull lines them up, through it goes. His first goal, Norwood 2-1, Port Adelaide 1 point.
Great anticipation, buzzing around the parade ground. Johnson tried to get it away. Ebert did, but it went to Anthony Andrew Jarvis. His kick's a shocker off the side of the boot, and that's well out of play on the full, and the free kick will be taken by Tony Giles, I think, on the half-back flank. No, it's going the other way for some reason, Peter. Did pick it up?
I didn't pick it up. It must have been after disposal when Andrew Jarvis kicked it. He may have been met late. But I think the free kick will be taken by Neville Rocky Roberts. Probably too far out to score. Couldn't imagine him kicking that distance. He disguises it beautifully to Thomas. No doubt about Neville Roberts' disposal. It's immaculate. Really makes a mistake, hand or foot. Thomas doesn't either. That goes to Greg Thomas. And this Norwood side can certainly dispose of the ball very accurately and very efficiently. Greg Thomas has been one of the shining lights here at the parade in the past 2 months. A player with a lot of run. Never stops trying. He's an honest performer. He's kicked truly for his first goal. Norwood 3-1, Port Adelaide 1-1.
Williams going to add a lot of bite to the tackling division and also getting the ball out division of Port Adelaide, but they still badly need some runners in form. Here's one of them, Hoffner and Huppets, 2 of them actually. Huppets waiting for the bounce, didn't eventuate. Max James, well smothered by Thomas. James butters up again. The handball away is not good. McIntosh through. Thomas to the half-forward line. Roberts waiting for the bounce. Robertson there with him. Robertson, Ebert, Martin Leslie, and it's Martin Leslie's free kick, centre half-back.
He was tackled without the ball. Oh, that's an awful kick away. Ferring's got the opportunity. Hughes has got too much pace for him on this occasion, though. He has to handball the ball towards the boundary line, and Neville Roberts already showing up for Norwood. Norwood looking dangerous, although they are going with a 2 to 3 goal breeze. Taken beautifully by Button off the top. Eckerman chances his arm. Oh, Neville Roberts was tackled. He didn't have it. Lucky. Bradley's got it. And Nagel kicks the ball. Oh, Fairing in front. Very, very strong. Hughes couldn't control him, and Fairing took a good mark. That was a very good kick from Nagel. He swung it around instead of going for goal. And big Fairing. He's got a chance for Norwood's fourth. He didn't make a mistake. His first. Norwood 4-1. Port Adelaide 1-2. Russell Johnson hasn't got right into this match yet. Michael Annie over the top. Johnson got it down to Huppert. Saw it went straight to Stemper. This Norwood backline is certainly doing well this quarter. Orteil's kick's not a good one. I think it went out before it was marked by Aish. Yes, it did, and the relief will be taken by Max James.
James towards centre field. Michael Annie up. In between was Stevens. Get out by Danny Jenkins. I was looking for Greg Phillips was the player sandwich between them. Turnbull with the ball at the moment. Thought about going short. Now kicks in longer. It's a high one. Fairing getting himself there. Danny Hughes with him. Thumped away quickly. Michael Aish. What a snapshot. Goal! Beautifully done. Oh, you can't give him a centimetre. Dropped it onto the boot. Norwood 5-1. Port Adelaide 1-2.
Giles is now onto Michael Aish. Nat's onto the ground. Now, that's not a lot of balance. Up high was Phillips. Didn't judge the ball. James has hurt his shoulder. That's official. Keith Thomas through. Roberts has got it. Danger man. A huge kick around the corner. What a great kick for goal. It's just been touched. Oh, is Roberts dangerous? Anywhere within 60 metres. And it could be a goal. Robertson for Port Adelaide clears out. Kicks to the centre of the ground. Michael Aish, Andrew Aish, Bradley. Michael Aish read it better. He's put down unceremoniously by Hupperts. Fairing comes in to have a chat to Ray Hupperts. Down is Andrew Aish. No, I didn't see that. He hasn't moved, Ian. Has not moved.
I didn't see it at all. But whatever it is, it doesn't look good. And do you think the stand where we're sitting is very unhappy about the attention handed out to Michael Aish? A throw in, half forward, right flank. Aish is at least awake. Trying to get up, hopefully for Norwood's sake, that they won't have to use the stretcher. Umpire Neville Thorpe just asking the Norwood trainers if they want the game ceased, and cease it will be. And what a diabolical situation for Norwood. Michael Aish being put onto the stretcher at the 28-minute mark of the first quarter. Norwood 5-3, lead Port Adelaide 2-3.
I did see.
Can he take any further part in the game? No, he's going straight to the dressing room. He's waking up. He's all right.
If you come off on a stretcher, you don't have to go through the gate, do you? And you can come back on?
Can you? I don't know. Well, he's not going through the gate, I can tell you. Oh, hang on, Ross Porrett's going to go out now. I think they want him back through the gate. No, it's not going to make any difference. Or the doctor's going with him. So, in other words, the doctor's not happy that he's going to play again in any case. When do you want to pick it up? Michael Aish being stretchered from the arena. He's not coming off through the interchange gates. Would indicate that he's going to take no further part in the game. His replacement is back from injury, Paul Adler. Port Adelaide down 2-3 to 5-3. Ebert's fourth kick goes towards Phillips. Hasn't been a success at centre half forward at the moment. Teal has. He's played well. Teal short to the lead on the half forward line. Keith Thomas. Norwood into attack again up towards full forward. Setting themselves a big leap there. I think it's going to be paid. Jim Michaelani. Good mark to Big Jim, having a spell at the moment. Fairing is on the board. And he beat two Port Adelaide defenders to pull down a strong mark, only 15 metres out from goal. Danny Hughes hasn't had a good start. His immediate opponents have kicked a couple. That's if Michael Annie gets this one. Yes, that's through the middle. Michael Annie's first goal. Norwood with 6 goal kickers in the first quarter. 6-3, they lead Port Adelaide 2-3.
Lucky for Port Adelaide too, because Neville Roberts had the ball. Smothered off the boot. Craig Ebert couldn't mark it. Giles in trouble, holding the ball. A good tackle from Adler. He pinned Giles' arms down and Giles couldn't do anything about it. Turble's calling for it, but Adler's going long. Big Ferring at full forward. Can't mark the ball. It comes out towards Button. He's got it. Very agile Button. Uses the left foot. Great goal, Button. Agile indeed. He hooked around his body beautifully then. Norwood 7-4, Port Adelaide 2-3.
Well, the ball came in high to Ferring and the Port Adelaide defence stumped it away, and Button was almost casual in his approach. He was just loping to meet it, casually wheeled around on the left leg and like a rover socked it through.
Norwood lead by 5 clear goals. Button from behind, or Andrew Aish was clean bowled by that one. Bradley kicks it forward, didn't look. Michael Annie's underneath it, takes a good mark. Michael Annie's kick, looking for Button, but the Port Adelaide players are there. Nagel to centre half forward. Robertson too tall for Neville Roberts on that occasion. Plays it on. Onto the wing. Getting out of his Andrew Jarvis. A very good mark. Teal provides the run. Neville Roberts underneath the ball. Couldn't mark it. Robertson caught. Very lucky to get away with it. Thomas. Turnbull. Lines him up. There it goes. Turnbull 2 goals. Norwood 8-4. Port Adelaide 2-4.
Fine goal, Norwood. Cool under pressure. The ball came in high from Teal. The Norwood camp wanted a mark paid to Roberts, not to be. Ball came to ground. Robertson couldn't get through, and it was a fine handball from young Greg Thomas out to Turnbull.
To Giles. Giles will go long with a torpedo punt. Underneath it, Teal. Stemper. Smale. Jarvis is on his own. Smale saw him. Jarvis, good mark. Plenty of opposition from Craig Ebert.
See, there's not much of him, Andrew Jarvis, but he certainly holds his ground well. On top at the moment at centre wing, a nice kick to the half-forward line. Roberts up in the middle of the pack. Robertson as well, almost paid the mark. Dummies, he's still in trouble. The umpire said holding the ball. It looked as though he handballed the ball away, but umpire Hilton didn't think so. And it's Button who's got it from 45 metres out on a similar angle. Into any breeze, he might have to take a bit of the left goal post. He's done that and comes back beautifully right through the middle. Button's second goal, and the legs going from strength to strength. 9-4 they lead Port Adelaide 2-4. Craig Bradley kicks long towards centre wing. Leslie gets a bad bounce. Stemper back in defence. Kicks Norwood to the half-forward line and Turnbull. Crowd strangely silent, especially in this stand when you consider that Norwood is 7 goals in the lead. Turnbull will come across to Ferring, almost intercepted there by Russell Ebert. Now the big fellow's got a huge kick on him. He's going back. People encourage him to have a shot at goal. He's kicking into the breeze. No way. It's starting to hold up now. Michael Annie's going to get a leap at it. Button in front, off the fingers. Rocky Roberts. Oh, he's missed. Oh, normally a goal that he would swallow. Did it so casually off the pack. Read it to perfection. And booted Norwood's 6th point.
You're right, Ian. The hard work was reading it. The easy work was the goal. And that's a Neville Roberts specialty, that one. Oh, terrible kick, Hughes. Oh, Robertson dropped the ball. Put this one down for a goal. Over the top to Mike Henry. Well done, Thomas. Mike Henry through for his second. And Port Adelaide cannot take a trick. Norwood 10-6, Port Adelaide 2-5.
Almost got his hand on the ball. Russell Ebert boots Port Adelaide to the half-forward line. Huppert's edge underneath the ball, gets a handball out to Hoffner, tries to break his way through. Huppert's back again against the tide. Norwood tackling far too quickly for Port Adelaide. Stemper. Jarvis, short towards McIntosh, too far for that player. Cut off by Ebert. To his brother. Dummy, twist turns. Ebert's kick wobbles back towards Johnson. Ferring there as well. Nagel, Turnbull. Norwood go forward. Adler, half-forward line, goes in long. Michael Annie's going to get a leap at this. Big Jim has got it, and the Norwood stand erupts as he takes a fine mark, 25 metres out. Norwood already leading by 8, and Big Jim shouldn't miss this. Has 2. A former specialist full forward. It's his 8th kick. Stabs it through, his 3rd goal. Norwood can do no wrong. A great start to the game, 11-7. They lead Port Adelaide 2-5.
Norwood doing as they like. The ball down the ground on that occasion, and Jim Michaelini set the Norwood crowd alight with a big leap and a good mark. He's taken 6 marks, Michaelini. He's done a lot of ruck work, 8 kicks, 3 goals. A very good player indeed. Norwood too quick. The disposal better than Port Adelaide. In method, well, they have method. Port don't. They've got rovers, they've got run-on players. And they've got someone at full forward in Michaelini. When he's down there, he can jump and take a good catch. Teal over the top. McIntosh again to Greg Thomas. He loves to run, Greg Thomas. Smile way down from the back pocket. Kicks it in for Michaelini. He got a nudge. Not a sufficient enough nudge. In comes Nagel. As easy as you like, on the run. Through it goes. Nagel's got his first goal. They're all kicking them here at Norwood. 12-8 the legs. Port Adelaide 3-6.
Must be very close to half-time. Norwood by 56 points. Giles' kick is directed towards centre-half forward. Smile back. McIntosh. Once again, a ground covering kick in towards Rocky Roberts. Michaelini there wants backup support. Gets it from Turnbull. Chips around the corner. Intercepted by Hughes. And down goes Nagel. It was unintentional. It doesn't take the pain out of the blow. And the boy has got a free kick. Tucked into the forward pocket about 25 metres out. The tackle was clumsy. And Nagel has got it. And it's a most acute angle. You can see the close proximity to the line. Well, he check-sided. He's going for the drop punt, kick number 9. He's getting support from his captain in Turnbull there. The kick underway, drop punt. I think he shredded it through. Oh, what a goal. His second.
Eckerman kicks to the centre of the ground, or Ferring's going to be the lone leaper. Took a good, strong mark. He got it on straight away to Turnbull. Turnbull looks for Thomas. Oh, Eckerman very high, smashes the ball away. Close to the boundary line for a ball in. For Pleasure, Ebert calling for it short. That's where it goes. The kick's not a good one. Turnbull is caught. He didn't have the ball, according to the umpire, and Turnbull will take the free kick. Teal gives him a run. He takes the mark and gets it on to Thomas. That's Keith Thomas. He uses Smile. Smile will go long. Roberts coming down. Stemper almost marked the ball. Neville Roberts has got it now. The kick on the way. It's coming back. That's Roberts' second goal. Norwood draw first blood in the second half. 14-8 to Port Adelaide 3-7.
I think Roberts is pretty happy to see that one go through. He started with a brilliant goal in the first quarter, but 2 opportunities he had in the second quarter, which would normally be simple conversions for him, he missed. But on that occasion, he waited for the ball to come off the fingers, set sail for home, and the ball came back brilliantly to register his second goal. Roberts is not confident making the distance, going short, well passed, taken by Adler at centre-half forward. And Port Adelaide's defence has been decimated this afternoon. They certainly don't look the rock-solid unit that made them the most feared in the league. Adler now with a chance from 45 metres out. At least he's head on to goal. Nice looking drop punt. I don't think it's going to make the distance. Right in the square. It comes off the fingers and through for a point. Adler was the player that took Michael Aish's place when he was taken off the ground on a stretcher.
Again, the Neville Roberts disposal to Adler was near perfect. Hughes kicking off. Plenty of distance. Ferring will punch it away. Andrew Aish the crumbs. Does it well. Gets the kick away under pressure. Michael Addy's on a lead, but Hughes beats him to it. The handball's not a good one. Turnbull is tackled. In the back, Turnbull a free kick. Again, he picks up his fair share of free kicks. Free kick number 5 and kick number 15 coming up. A very effective player is Greg Turnbull, Norwood's acting captain. Kicked a goal on the first quarter and 1 in the second. The distance shouldn't bother him, but he's normally a very accurate kick for goal. That's no exception. You can't kick a goal better than that. That went through the middle for his third. Norwood 15-9, Port Adelaide 3-7, and Ian Day, this is a procession.
Peter, it's unbelievable. Who could believe that Port Adelaide would be trailing by 74 points 9 minutes into the third quarter? A huge crowd, got to be 17 or 18,000 people here. A perfect afternoon for the game, and yet there's no contest at all. Bradley thought about playing on from Leslie, now plays on quickly to the half-forward line. Nat getting underneath the ball, thumped away by Teal, having a superb afternoon. Thomas to Jenkins. Norwood go forward again to the half-forward line. Walters back, Turble out in front. Quickly short again to Andrew Ace. That's put him under pressure. Try to get it out to Thomas. Nowhere to... Oh, look, he just waltzed around 3 Port Adelaide players and bombs it into attack again. Up towards full forward. 1-2 grabs. Robbie Roberts has got it. Port Adelaide look positively anemic at the moment. No pressure at all. And I don't think Roberts even got off the ground to mark that one. Roberts, 35 metres out. Little angle. Has already booted 2.
What would his odds be, Ian? You wouldn't want to back against him, would you?
My money's right on him, Peter. Right on anything Norwood does this afternoon. Roberts comes back beautifully with the boot, right through the middle. His third goal. Norwood 16-10, Port Adelaide 4-7. Unbelievable. There's a chance if he can pick it up, jams it onto his boot. Quickly back on it now is Jenkins, and he gets a favourable bounce and boots them out of defence. Well picked out Adler. Adler's at centre-half back and goes for the lead now of Turble. Turble wants to give it away in a hurry. Springs off his opponent to Adler in the 1-2. A long kick in towards the forward line. But it's all Port Adelaide back there as Tony Giles takes the defensive mark. High kick back towards centre wing. Turble is going to be a leaper. Got his hands to it. Bradley, the handball away wasn't good. Close to the line. And Williams watched it go out of play. 16-10 to 6-7. And we've played 18 minutes of the third quarter.
Johnson and Michael Annie. Big Jim's done a great job for Norwood today. Gets that one back towards Adler. Johnson gets boot to ball. Bradley smothered. Noble did the job. Belton comes in. Picked the ball up well, but he's disposed of all too easily. Smile to Adler. Norwood are building again. The centre-half forward, Big Jim ferrying underneath the ball. 2 grabs. As easy as you like. I think he disposed of a Port player just before the event, Ian, but he was like Acropolis, the Greek, as he stood there. Players all around him, and 2 grabbed it for a good mark. Kick number 7 coming up for Ferring. Shouldn't prove any difficulty for him. Through it goes. Goal number 2. 17-10 Norwood, 6-7 Port Adelaide.
Once again, Norwood went into attack with little pressure being put on Adler, and his kick went in high, and I think if the umpire had been in the correct position, he might have thought long and hard before he paid Ferring's mark, because Hughes went out awfully quickly. But no matter what Port Adelaide does this afternoon, it's not right. Norwood going from strength to strength, 17-10 to 6-7, and just have a look at the happy faces in the Port camp.
He's got Ferring in the middle of the ground. He goes further looking for Button at centre-half forward. Phillips in front. Leslie off the pack. Poor Pleasure. He'd have to hurry. The tackle came from Turble. Johnson dropped the ball. Turble's got it now. He'll go short to Thomas. There's no one at full forward for Norwood at the moment. Greg Thomas runs around the man on the mark. Turble's got it now. Over the top to Keith Thomas. Here's a run from Norwood. The kick is short. Hughes will clear for Port Adelaide.
Kinnear getting underneath it on the outer side. Don't think I've ever seen Port Adelaide fumble the ball so badly. There's that Craig Ebert out there. A long kick to the half-forward line. Teal in control again. Showing a lot of pace is Craig Bradley. Over the half-forward line. Belton getting underneath the ball. Well done, Noble. Spoils the effort. Works the ball towards the half-back line. Beautifully done. Kicks long, but didn't lift the eyes. Nat couldn't. Thomas, the crumbs. Kicks long into full forward again. Coming to meet it, however, is Michael Annie pushed underneath. The back-to-back. Roberts, dream run. Goal! but oh, what a lucky bounce to Rocky Roberts. Once again, Port Adelaide can't take a trick, but taking nothing away from Norwood. They're making their own luck and playing brilliant football.
Neville's going to have a drink. It was a long kick in from Greg Thomas. I thought he could have hooked it back to Roberts, but it went over the top. Michael Annie appeared, he may have got a nudge. A very lucky bounce. Robert collected it and kicked his fourth. 18-10 Norwood, Port 6-9. Russell Johnson, Ferring, do battle. Ferring off the ground. Kinnear in trouble. Can't get boot to ball. McIntosh takes it off him. Nagel's got it now. Well done, Phillips. Smothered the handball. He tackled Keith Thomas when he didn't have it. Back it goes to McIntosh. The handball's a beauty. Nagel's on the rampage again. That's his third goal. What a fine game he's played. 19-10 Norwood, Port Adelaide 7-9.
Magnificent running football, Norwood. They've always got more players at the drop of the ball. Backing up is superb. The handball came out as he streamed across the half-forward line. Kick number 11 went through for his third goal.
It's hard to say whether Port Adelaide have learned anything from the game, except that perhaps Greg Phillips shouldn't play at centre-half forward, or certainly not on a small oval. Kinnear hooks around the body. Paul Pleasure and Smale on his own. Jenkins dropped the mark. Bradley's in there now, tries to get the ball out. Smale runs away with it. He's done pretty well in the back pocket since taking over from the injured Nicholson. Roberts again. Nagel. Or over the top, Greg Thomas. Norwood with another chance. Greg Thomas goes backwards. Gives it to Nagel. He's going to run into an open goal. 4 goals, Nagel. That's how easy it is. Norwood now 20 goal 11. Port Adelaide 7-9.
Port Adelaide defence is a non-event. Beautifully done, Nagel. He got the ball, got it out. Rocky Roberts set it all up with that long handball, and then once Nagel gave it over the top to Thomas, he backed up superbly, realising that he'd put his teammate in a bit of trouble. He was standing flat-footed. His first effort was a fumble, but then he recovered brilliantly to bolt into goal for his fourth. Norwood 20-11, Port Adelaide 7-9.
He's played pretty well, McIntosh. Very effective player. Kick number 10. Button on his own. And that's what it's been like all day. On that occasion, Button, all he had to do was to hold his ground. Not much of a jump off the ground, and an easy mark without much opposition. Neil Button kicked 2 goals in the second quarter. One of them was quite extraordinary. He played it like a rover with his left boot. He certainly made centre-half forward a strong point so far today. Through for his third goal. 21-12 Norwood, 9-9 Port Adelaide.
Home. Certainly the Norwood supporters won't go home. They'll still be here at 12 o'clock tonight, I would think, celebrating. What a great win. Excellent performance to give them the double chance. Fancy getting excited now. Kim Kinnear comes up for air. Gary McIntosh thinks it's a huge joke. Bounce down on the half-forward right flank. Michael Annie for the legs against Nat. Nat gets up the high, gets the tap away to Ebert. Can't get the ball away. McIntosh can. Slips it out. Thomas half towards centre wing. Button and Phillips. 2 of them fly. Phillips well tackled by Nagel. Streaming back Kinnear. Wants support. Out to Rocky Roberts. Gives a chance from Button now to Fosdyke, who's on the turf. Meets the heavy bump. Going to get the ball now is young Greg Thomas. Dummies, twist, turn, did that beautifully around the Port Adelaide defence so easily, puts a high one in towards Ferring. With him there, oh, this had got bounced through. Touched off the fingers. Gee, for a moment I thought that had bounced through. It would have been an unbelievable goal. He didn't know what to do with it. Russell Johnson towards the half-forward line. Bradley. Once again a Port Adelaide fumble. They just can't run grab it at all. McIntosh. What's the result here? Is the umpire going to give a free kick earlier for a trip? McIntosh at centre wing. Hello. Bradley's not healthy. Went down in that encounter. McIntosh goes to the half-forward line. Phillips back there. Tried to find Robertson. Fosdyke gets around Robertson very easily. Looking for Turnbull, but the handball was not good. Craig Bradley down with the trainer. Doesn't look too good where he got it. Now if he can get it in quickly, it's a one-on-one. Bradley has got it. in high. Towards Evans. Evans, Warhurst, one-on-one. Evans can't find it. Oh, they're hugging one another at the moment. Through comes Danny Jenkins to help. And he clears the ball to McIntosh, and he's got a panic. Out wide. Andrew Ace. McIntosh can get it back again. Casual as you like. Norwood go into attack to the forward pocket. Adler's there. Getting back with him is Tony Giles. But the ball has gone out of play in the full forward right pocket.
Hughes. Leslie. Belton's loose. Leslie waits a long time before kicking the ball.
Leslie's hurt.
Kinnear is surrounded by Norwood players. Ferring back to Fosdyke, then to Teal. Teal will go short. Leslie's still finding it hard to get up.
He's hurt an ankle or a knee, Peter. He's in trouble.
Jarvis short to Adler. Doesn't look good for Leslie, I agree, Ian. He's holding his ankle. And Port Canilla forward problems at the moment. And this is not a day that the Port players will easily forget. I don't know if they've got any more reserves to come on. Adler threads that one not quite through. Neville Roberts read it beautifully and took the mark right on the line. There's a view of Martin Leslie, and you might even think that he could do with a stretcher. Goal number 5 to Neville Roberts. Back to the centre, and Ferring does battle with Nat. Fosdyke's got it. McIntosh coming into his own now. Very fit player. That's Neagle. Neagle has got Keith Thomas short. Oop. If Keith Thomas didn't mark it, Adler would have. Back to Thomas. Great play, Norwood. He kicked that one out into the street. It's his first goal. Norwood 23-17. Port 10-12. Again against Nat. He gets very high. Greg Thomas, Fosdyke. Nat's hurt for Port Adelaide too. He's down in the centre. Big leap, Roberts. Oh, there's a lot of pressure then. Roberts not happy with Hughes. But that was a classic mark, and there's Chris Nat not looking at all good in the centre of the ground. He's also got problems, I think. Oh, he doesn't look good at all. As Neville Roberts lines up. Kick number 14, Neville Roberts. Well, that's swooping off line, but it's just snuck through. 6 goals, Neville Roberts. 24-17 Norwood. Port Adelaide 10-12.
Back there, Danny Jenkins. Greg Thomas, 40 metres clear of his nearest opponent. If he can pick it up, he's in business. Evans has got to go get him. Tom Warhurst rebounds with his opponent. McIntosh down with cramp. As well he might have too. Rocky Roberts has got the ball short on the lead. Adler. Good pass, Roberts. He's got it. 35, 40 metres out. Roberts is doubling back again. Wants the ball back in towards the line, but I would think that Adler could kick the distance from here. Oh no, he's going in short to Thomas. He hasn't gained a great deal in distance, but certainly has in his angle for goal. He in turn Fosdyke. Norwood just playing with a Port Adelaide defence now, doing as they like. It's a long time since I've seen a Port Adelaide defence busted so wide open. Of course, the fault is not all theirs. It's coming further afield with their teammates who are not doing the defensive work. Fosdyke has got a goal. His first. Norwood 25-17, building up percentage against Port Adelaide 10-12. At the bounce, it's going to be Nat's injured. Johnson's back on the ball. Nat at centre-half forward, as Peter mentioned, at the moment against Ferring. Johnson's tap, look for Huppets. He winds his way through the pack, but left the football behind. Andrew Ace kicks long to the half-forward line. Eckerman getting back, thumps away. Hughes under pressure now from Roberts. Chance Turnbull out wide, however, is Thomas, but Turnbull once again has that brilliant ability to pick up free kicks, and that's number 7 or 8 for the afternoon. And Neil Baum just acknowledges that very fact. Kick number 21, Turnbull, a great performer for the legs. What an acting captain. Kick underway, and that is going to be home, I believe. 4th goal. Turnbull, another fine performance. A goal in each quarter as Norwood jam on their 26th major. And, gee, I wouldn't like to be playing them next week, Peter, and that's the Bays. Of course, 7 will be there. Neagle gets the ball out to Turnbull. Uses pace to get round poor Pleasure, and a fine pass. Adler, is he going to pay it? Yes, he's paid the mark. Gee, that was low to the turf. A regular slips catch. And of course, Port Adelaide was a specialist full forward going back several seasons ago. Had a frustrating run of injuries, better known as a half-back flanker this season. But Adler got out quickly, did well, and he's got the ball 35 metres out in front of goal. It'll be his 14th kick. There's the angle. Oh, look at that ball go right through the middle. Great shot. His first goal, Norwood's 27th.
Poor Pleasure, Eckerman. Eckerman kicks long to centre half forward again. There's no one home. Teal smashes away. Noble assists. Ferring again. The big chap's going for a bounce. Kicks a long raking kick to full forward. Roberts is there, but he couldn't mark the ball. Adler. Oh, Adler's got it. He'll run into an open goal. He'll kick this one. Adler second. Norwood 28-17. Port Adelaide 10-13.
And that score of 28-17 is Norwood's biggest against Port Adelaide. Their winning margin is their biggest against Port Adelaide. And that 112-point defeat by Port Adelaide is their worst in the history of league football since Port Adelaide have been playing, which is a significant result for sure. Roberts got 6, Neagle 4, Turnbull 4, Button 3, Michaelani 3, Ferring and Adler 2.
And you're happy, look, but you don't look healthy. What have you done there?
Oh, just a couple of bruises, that's all. Yeah, that's all right.
What a great win. And to beat Port Adelaide must feel great.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Especially by 17 goals, whatever it is.
Over 100 points, and I think that must be one of the biggest shellackings that Port Adelaide's had for a long time. What did Norwood do today that they haven't been doing for the rest of the season?
We just basically ran, I think. Just ran. If the ball was there, we went straight for it. If the body was there, we took the body out.
Were you surprised how little pressure that Port Adelaide put on you for the whole day?
It was a bit, but, you know, if a team is aggressive enough at the ball and can knock the other team off, they can't get their game going. I think we never gave Port Adelaide the chance.
Neil, have you seen Norwood play so well since you've been in Adelaide?
Oh, no, maybe Port didn't play quite as well as they normally do. But, we can play that way. I think Port can improve a lot, though. I was really pleased with the result, naturally.
Was your build-up pretty important during the week?
Oh, yeah, I think we all knew how important it was, so there was no special deals. We knew that it was probably our first final because Port were the top side, so it was good.
But have you ever seen Port fumble the ball so much? Is this the pressure that you applied?
Oh, I think it's a bit of both. I think it's the way they played as well as the way we play. They can improve a hell of a lot on that.
The loss of Michael Ace, is he bad?
Oh, well, bad enough to be carried off, I guess, but I think he's going to live, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What, concussion?
I think so, yeah.
You must be pleased with a lot of your younger players, Nagel, McIntosh, Andrew Jarvis, this type of boy who put in a big effort this afternoon. Oh,
yes, we've been pleased with them the whole time. I think they fit pretty well into it. They understand our game and have been playing very well.
The double chance, happy to get it?
Well, have we got it for sure yet? We've got to win next week, I guess, still, so we'd be pleased to have
results, yeah. You must be very happy with the side at the moment.
Oh, well, after today, a couple of weeks ago, we were very disappointed, and now we're happy, so we're not there.